I guess I should unmute if I'm gonna show off the cattles. There's that kitty. Oh, there we go. Support that bottom end. Meow. You want to look at the camera for a second? Huh, Kits? Kits? No. Don't hold me over your things, says Kittles. Meow. I didn't expect this to start with Kittle's stream, but she just jumped up on my lap. I was excited. Meow. Oh, pet that kitty. Also, green screen. I saw how much space my camera was taking up on the last stream, so I decided to fix it for a little bit. Oh, meows. You're shedding. It's gonna be a pain to get your fur out of this place. Boop. Meow. Alright. Get on. Okay. You've had your rare and illustrious look at my ears. I'm going to put these on now. And crank on a little bit of music for myself. And then we're going to draw a Majima. Where you at? So, this gentleman is from Yakuza 0, as I understand it. Where's a good photo of him? You know, I'm just gonna post up the screenshot that started this all. So, this was spotted in the wild and needs to be made more literal. High five, brain. So we're gonna do the move. Put it down there. Put our handsome model back there. So he needs to be stoked about what's going down. This is a pretty good excuse as far as any goes. There we go. That was actually a pretty good ellipse as far as those go. We'll crop this down. Probably won't use the whole canvas for this. So, our boy Majima here is handsome. Also, this music is just a bit loud for me. There we go. So he's got an eye patch. He's got nice suits. What's my opacity at? Opacity is good. It's got sort of a longer face too. Don't see that super often. So I'm not actually feeling the oil paint for the initial drawing here. So we're going to go back to just regular brush. There we go. I can't quite tell, but I think he's got longer hair. Like his hair's pulled back. Yeah. Yeah. We've got a good collection of stock images. It's good directions and poses. It comes back that way. That's gotta have a more dramatic angle. It's gonna work. Probably move the whole thing. Actually, no. Let's leave it where it is for now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move his eye up. That's more like it. Now, I assume this is... he's a long-running antagonist. So, I get the feeling that this is a man who is never seen outside of a nice suit, so we'll be sure to draw him one. Alright, let's hit up this other reference. Yeah. No, he's still rocking like the suit jacket. That is an outfit that clearly has some lapels. Whoa, that's wrong. How long is his hair? Looks like it goes down to about shoulder blades. Come on, buddy. There's got to be, like, him doing a turnaround or a dance or something. Man, they really like hiding that. Yeah, it looks like it reaches down to about his shoulder blades. We can do that. Easy peasy. So now men's shirts work wobbles. There we go. There we go. Now let's try doing inks again. Whoa, cancel. I forgot, it's insert now. I'm used to Photoshop still. I was really enjoying 8 pixels yesterday. Oh, there we go. That's a line. You know, thinking about this, I'm really pleased that the way this character is controllable the one time that you get to control him here in Yakuza 0, it's not like the way he got his eye patch. That's just a story that I guess remains untold. Oh, fine. More pets. More pets for Ketan. Meow. I don't think I can play with you with one hand. Do the other thing with the other. Don't you dare take a swing at my green screen. It took me tens of minutes to get that set up. Tens! Do you understand? That'll have to do. No, this neglect is just criminal, isn't it? She's staring at me with those big ol' eyes. Alright, so they do talk about it, but maybe just not in that game. Limbs are a thing that just never go according to plan. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where my thumb goes when I do that. Yeah. Yeah, cutting off a pinky is definitely a thing for screwing up. Oh, you found hair? Rad. See it. How long is that? Yeah, that's exactly as long as I thought it was. A little less volume than I'm giving it right now, but L'Oreal, because Majima's worth it. Ooh. That lapel's real long, the way I've got it drawn. I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Although, it's that extreme in the thing, so we'll keep it. Man, noses are a pain to draw. So the thing about a nose that makes it so goddamn difficult is a nose. There's no lines in a nose actually. Like if you take a look at mine right here, right? Especially with me facing you, the only thing that defines the nose is depth and value, right? Like eyelids, like I got a top lash, I got a bottom lash, you know, I got brows. You can put that stuff in there, you know. Hair moves in like waves and you can do that with a bunch of texture, but like a nose is just sort of like a volumetric blob that's on the end of a face, but it's notably triangular, right? Like it's got a very geometric presentation, you know. So if it's out of perspective, you can tell, and it's really annoying. Like it bothers your lizard brain on the insides. Also, he's got more intense eyebrows than I was giving him. We'll come back to that eye. That eye is not totally happy with that. Can't wait to play Yakuza 0, but I gotta get some stable employment before I can. On that note, I'm taking commissions, folks. If y'all know somebody that wants some art, we can work out a deal. Yeah, noses, man. I'm telling you. So you got the plane of the face, right there, right? Then you got the bridge of the nose. Got that, and then you've got the nostrils and tip of the nose, right? So you can actually draw it kind of this way, typically. You know, but just in the middle of your face. Alright, let's take a minute, see how much undersketch I got left to go. That needs, I think, a harsher corner on it. This is a nice kept man's jacket. Shouldn't be wrinkled or half folded. Does he look like a salaryman to you? No. He's Yakuza. By the way, if you are wearing a suit for any reason, gentlemen, please, you only fasten one button. Thank you. It's just the rules. I don't make them. Alright, I need the zoop. Pants. Still don't ink pants at all. Nah. Water. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Alright, let's come in here and do this eye. Because this is not a Yakuza eye. He needs to look a little more intense. Just a little. I'm not liking the way this sleeve is laying. I feel like it makes his suit look poorly tailored. There we go. That looks much more like it. I'm going to crop it down rather than do a full body. Alright. Alright. I wonder, can I still do this trick? As web. Nice! 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 See also, nice! Maybe with a side of hell yeah! Oh yeah! Insert. Yo, Gravy, what's your favorite color? Good enough. There we go. That shirt down there. A little bit of that. Get some of this. Yeah, Gravy. What's your favorite color? Oh, I think that turns off alpha? I don't know. Purple or green will work really well for this image, for what I've got so far. Oops. Okay, so that's definitely working as intended. Okay, good enough there. Yeah. Alright, now we're going to play around with that funky brush that I was digging on yesterday. Let's try this one. Yeah, no, that's one of the things about shadows. Until you start doing the highlights, like, your dudes will always look a little sweaty to start. Man, I'm really digging the way this thing is blending these colors, though. Clunk. That explains that a little bit. I didn't have my opacity lock on. I like the way that's texturing. I feel like it can do more. Not sure how I feel about that effect. I'm gonna go with it for the sake of brevity, but we'll work on hair techniques later. Oh wait, I'm actually pretty into that. Yeah, that looks alright. We'll stick with it. It would probably help. Nah, I don't really like it on the jacket though. We'll stick to what we know. No, that's not gonna work. What up, Station Dude? This is Future Funk. Future Funk is basically Vaporwave's hot younger cousin that is always down to party. And also, the Twitch Kittens thing, they recently put an announcement out on their Discord, and they said that if you're actively streaming and you're a part of the community, go ahead and put it on there. So, I've been there like a week, so I feel a little weird having it on there. But I do super enjoy them as a group, so I hope that they would accept me. And that it's not going to be an international incident to have me on there. I don't have any good cartoon dialogue fonts, it turns out. That one's real close. I'm gonna have to handwrite this, but nobody wants that. Oh god, that looks awful. Oh, there we go. That works. I can do Tecton Pro. I do love da font. I just haven't collected any. I also haven't colored this Majima's hand, like, at all. Alright. Oh, I need the move tool, right? What? Okay. Alright, now it'll let me do things. I can't just minimize the text window to edit it later. Alright, cool. Good to know. We're doing a little bit of Yakuza 0 art right now. Where are we at? This one is special requested. And I am pretty stoked. Brush tool cannot paint on this layer. Probably because it's still on the text layer. There we go. Yeah, Twitch Kittens is a really interesting group. I really like them. They're very supportive. I very recently got access to their creative board too, and that is a super wholesome bunch. Let me tell you, I like them very much. Those are dudes that know how to do. Dudes and dudettes, and however you want to parse all that. I'm pretty basic, so I just try not to cause any incidents. I'm not super stoked about how this hand is coming along, but I don't think I could do a better job, if that makes sense. Like, I think it's just gonna have to be a weak spot. Yeah, so many incidents. I mean, I'm just really worried about making waves, that's all. I like being, you know, unassuming. Just in general. There we go. So I want to trim down the canvas now. God damn it. Start bar, I don't want you. Go away. Thank you. This is the wrong tool. What am I doing? Oh, there it is. Yeah. No. That was exactly what I wanted. No. I wanted you to crop to that selection. Why didn't you do it? Krita, I don't understand you yet. Crop. There it is. Cool. I was thinking about the green v purple debate over here. Oops. I think purple's gonna win. I feel like it's the more whimsical color right now. I guess you're right, Gravy. I guess this is technically a commission, isn't it? Sorry, I'm still not used to that idea yet. Like, freelancing is a new thought for me to have about art. Even if I'm having a super good time with all the requests that everybody, or commissions that people have been coming to me with. This is a pretty Twitch purple, too. Yeah, for the background. It's on this layer. There we go. Alright, I needed this layer anyway. Need that nice cartoon brush again. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Right there. Much better. Yeah, red jumps a lot more. It jumps more, but it also makes it look kind of like he's causing some damage. No, I don't like green. Yeah, blue's too subdued. Maybe orange? There we go. Orange. Orange is nice and neutral enough. There we go. Get that thing a little bit of depth. Save as. Majima slap. And we're gonna do before I package this one up. One last thing I want to check out. No, that's a little bit large. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Zoom on that crotch. Oh, you're not super about that? Alright. Good news is I can remove it easily. There we go. Prefer it without? Too stark white. Alright, I mean, I get... Actually, I may have a solution for that. There, how's that? Do you think? Actually, I can make that bigger. There. Here we go. This is actual size. Yeah. Coming in off the side. Like a Smash Bros. Announcement thing. What you think? Is it good? I'll leave it up to you, cause I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I think that the thing that you should look at, Gravy, when it comes to this is my uptime of about 1 hour 20, which would put this around like the 20 USD range probably. Like if I'm counting full just work hours into it. Doop 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 doop. But if there are knits that you would like picked, I can do that definitely. That's part of the creative process. It is. Yeah, I can fix that easy. There we go. Is that more restrained for you? Just toning that down back a little bit with some Control Z's. Bada boom, bada bing. We'll call it done. Oh, man. I wish I had a heavier weight than this little 8-pounder. Alright, file, save. File, export. Majima slow. I'm really happy that I got to draw this. It is a good time. Ooh. Don't show all those. Krita. I take it very seriously when somebody comes to me and wants art. Like, I want to make sure that this is exactly the thing that you wanted at all times. Because otherwise, like, what was the point? Oh, man. You know? Now, we are going to go back to that other comic now. Because I still got like 30 minutes at least that I want to spend in this program. And then maybe we'll move over to like MS Paint. Yes. Yeah, from what you were requesting, you were looking for something like you weren't looking for my MS Paint super exaggerated. Just like a quiet little moment with himself where he's enacting a touch of physical comedy. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I think I can close this one. Alright, good. It saved that. So now we're back here. Which, Banib, if you're still here, like, we're still working on this one. Whoop, nope, don't do that. Yes, I do want to know everything about that scene. Because it seems like the cutest goddamn moment. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I like adorable little moments. I'm sure there's still inking to be done with this, but I haven't started. Boop. Also, I really like the way that this program has these oil paint brushes. As much as I was complaining about oil paints yesterday, like, the way that it picks up and, like, gently blends the color really allows you a lot of expression, you know, no matter what your palette is looking like. We'll see how it does with this image, which I formatted way less well than Majima. Oh. Side quest where he is requested by a distressed boyfriend who made a crossword puzzle that would solve Marry Me. But his girlfriend solved it, but it was too hard for her. Oh, that's awesome. So you solve the crossword puzzle, and then he's like, yeah, nice job, brain. Great success. Man, I'm not even playing Yakuza and I love it. I don't know why his hair is blue. You know, for a free program, right? Like, I was expecting something like GIMP, which is really frustrating for me to use. The user interface is not intuitive. even slightly. Like, Krita has been a huge surprise compared to what I was expecting when I started using it yesterday. A very, very welcome and pleasant surprise, but a surprise nonetheless. Oh, that's right, I needed to draw the rest of his pants. Where's my ink slayer? There it is. Give him a bulge, fuck it. What does this look like? A tasteful anime to you? No. I don't do that. I got no interest in keeping the world a wholesome place. Definitely not. Oops. Let's just make him additionally thick. Yeah. It's not even solving the puzzle that makes him feel clever. Alright, Majima is now my favorite character as well. There we go. Oh, Gravy, while I got you on the horn, do you mind if I share that bit of art with, like, the Discord and other creative communities that I'm a part of? Like, can I use that as sort of a portfolio piece? Because I am really proud of that Majima right there. Oh, I gotta put the flower back on this guy's shirt. Alright, thanks, Gravy. I'm really excited, actually, to send that one to my my local artist group. So there's a few guys that do just amazing work all the time in my local artist circle, and I really wish that I could be on their level consistently. And like, I don't know, I feel like I pulled through pretty well on that Majima. It definitely helped that I had a lot of strong photo references and like screenshots. Like, you pulled together a really good dossier for me, for the character. All the relevant angles and everything were met. None of it was, like, other people's interpretations, too. It was all source material. Like, it was really good. So thank you for that, for doing that bit of legwork. It definitely makes taking a commission a lot easier when somebody has some source material prepared. Funniest story I've ever heard about that was a guy requested some character who had a very common name, and at no point did anybody check to make sure they had the right interpretation of that character. And I think that person was working from like some fan art at some point, and it was just a mess because they finished the art. The art was technically correct, but all of the source materials that were used were like other fan interpretations or something, or it was the wrong character or whatever. And then there was a whole like, oh, that's not what I wanted. It's like, well, I already did the work, so thing. So I try really hard not to repeat that story. Like, I'll tell that story a million times until people start making very specific requests to artists at all times, but like, I try not to be that story. And this program's shockingly lightweight, too. Well, I'm singing its praises over here. Like, my computer is not straining in any way to keep up with these brushstrokes. You saw a lag when I was doing that background because I was editing a bajillion pixels at like 300 DPI. $10 Brazilian. I see chat moving, and I will read it in just a second. What up, chat? Oh, it was Moobot. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. His finger is an axe. Maybe that is his secret note-passing technique, as handed down to him by his father. Oh, I never did finish the inks on his backside and see. I guess I should do that, huh? Beep. Beep. Oh, dude. I've got to do like a thumb war sequence, right? Like, that needs to be a way that two ridiculously powered up people solve a problem. I've always wanted to do like a slice of life comic. So, like, maybe since I've got a bunch of time on my hand, I will do that for a while. I still want to play that point-and-click adventure game that I've got on the docket. I've been looking up reviews of it. I need to check how long it'll take to, like, actually play through it and budget that time for us to explore that. Because point-and-clicks, for a long time, were thought to be very dead as just a genre. But I don't think that needs to be the case. You know, like, those puzzles were never good is the biggest problem with point-and-click adventure games. Like, I don't know the last time you guys sat down and tried to play, like, Space Quest, but there was some solid BS in there unless you knew where to go. Like, you weren't gonna get it. But modern game design has taught us that, like, the kind of puzzles that you can present in one of those are totally fair game. You just have to make your puzzles not bullshit. So, I don't know, I'm really interested in exploring more of those. Like, Night of the Rabbit was really good. I've played a little bit of Deponia on my own. Axe power, so he's known as the fax machine. The finger axe. I was thinking because he'll really send it. But, you know, that's slang that I don't know that I fully understand, because I am an old person now. There we go. Do more flats. More flats. Also, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today to watch me work. I really appreciate it. I hope that this is fun. If it's not, and you would like me to just go back to playing video games, please complain. Like, my streams are a show. I am here to amuse you. I mean, I don't know, like, honestly, a lot of the time, I feel like you're older than me. It would be a real shock to find out that you are not 28 plus, as far as the years go. Because you don't carry yourself like a person who's got the insecurities of a more immature age. Like, you're pretty on point, seem to know what you want out of the world, which is something that I, before this age, have very much struggled with. Even now, honestly, like, I'm not great at it, at knowing what I want to do or be. It's part of why I stream so much. You are not? Wow! That surprises me. Like, you're composed as heck. That's weird. I don't know, maybe it just means that you're good at your interpersonal online branding. And or are simply just not terrible. Because some people are just terrible. Luckily, we don't have any of them on my channel really ever. When it comes to terrible people, I'm pretty quick to show them the door. Because we're all here to have a good time. Like, nobody's got time for the harshness. Yeah. Just drift, attempt to maintain some manners. Yeah. That's pretty fair. Man, I don't know. I'm pretty self-motivated when it comes to stuff these days. Like, I used to jellyfish a lot more. I have always been very serious about doing art and drawing and stuff. Like, I know that I am not... I don't draw serious subjects, right? But, like, I take my composition, I take my forms, I take my process. Like, that has to be mechanically sound, you know? I'll lock that. He's wearing shorts! His shirt doesn't need to go down that far. There we go. These lines will get chopped out when I start doing background. It's good. I never did draw her left arm. I knew there was some line work that needed to be done still. Yeah. Well, having ideas is easy when it comes to things. Like, execution is really where you want your skill sets to be. And unfortunately, I get sidetracked. Like, I'll say what I will about wanting my stuff to be on point. Like, there's an amount of it that I do not do, unfortunately, that I should do, that I should pay much more attention to. I get sidetracked and scattered and stuff, and like it's just no good. She has a different skin tone, I'm pretty sure, from him. I think that was a conscious decision we made last night. That I made. Not much different. Because, unfortunately, I am a very sheltered person. I'm really gun-shy about giving people different skin tones. Because, like, on the one hand, there's the question of representation. Right? Where, you know, oh, all of your work is very pasty, people. Like, right. It's I've got a reference for that, like, right here. And then there's comes, like, attitudes about representation. And it's not the question of it anymore, it's the manner, right? And, like, you have to do it correctly. And unfortunately, I am in a very, like, monoculture place. So, like, I don't know that I would do someone justice. And so I am somewhat afraid to try in either direction. Which, you know, what that requires is getting out there more, talking to more people. Now, Mr. Williger back here, Mr. Williger's gotta be pale. She is elderly and infirm. There we go. There we go. Everybody's hair is blue, I guess. On some level or another. Very passively, but... Ooh. Yeah! So, honestly, the thing about skill is that it all just comes down to doing it more. A lot of people are really concerned that their first works or introductory works or whatever like needs to be good. And there's this image on the internet that I always refer to. I gotta find it. But basically, the idea... Oh, come on. Tools... type, it's line drawing. Here it is. So when people are starting or like doing whatever, including myself, honestly, like I'm not super happy about a lot of my artistic stylings either. Like my poses are not good. I feel like my characters are very stiff most of the time. That's why panel 3 is such a delight for me to have accidentally bumbled out. Like, that guy's got a lot of, like, motion, but you'll notice that everything else, like, everyone's very rectangular, very upright. Oop. Hey, coming up, Kittles? Coming up on the lap? Kittles! Here, let me rocket leg up here. Oh, I guess I can take Majima down now, off of OBS, since I'm working on a totally different image. Where's my Majima? There it is. But yeah, that link right there is to a very inspirational image to me. Yes, Majima is just... I'm gonna integrate him into the HUD. He's just gonna be here now, forever. But, for the most part, like, nobody cares about quality when it comes to art. Really. Unless it's, like, some really uptight professional dude doing, you know, goodness knows what. Also, I can make the green appear between my fingers, I just noticed. That's nice. I'm a little ADD, I guess. Whee! Anyway. Like, people would rather you just make the thing. There's a cult of people out there that will always complain. I got the ghost. I do, right here. The phantom tableau glass. I think what's happening is the green is like reflecting onto here and then up into the camera. Because there's glare from various light sources. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, just make the thing, right? If it's not good, the worst that happens is literally nobody cares. And if it's so not good that someone cares, there's people like me out there that love it unironically because it's bad. Meow. Oh man, kitties, you're purring. You got the big purrs going on. Aww. Bringing your head up on my arm here. Yeah, people should make art, always. It's the thing we were best at, as people. Just in general. I'm not saying you should make fine art, either. I hate fine art. Fine art's annoying. Oops. Like, I really like modern art. Not that you would ever know that from talking to me for how much I shit on modern art. So, modern art pioneered... Oh, what's up? Yeah. Learning the skeleton is actually the hardest part, right? So, hang on. It's time for art class with Wobbles. File new. Just make a document, right? So, a lot of people, when they start drawing, they get very excited, and they draw... the most common one is an eye for people to get fixated with. Right, and you will see this drawing all the time on, like, people's notebooks, people's whatevers. And, like, it's good. It really is. But, like, there's some problems with drawing an eye like this, right? Especially when somebody goes to put it into a head, and you've got, you know, to put the other eye in there, or whatever. Because, like, you're copying the thing that you're seeing, and that's a very valuable skill, right? But, like, there's a constructive method of drawing. I think Andrew Loomis talks about it a lot, wherein you actually take a look at the physical construction of the idea that you're trying to draw, right? And you draw through it, which is where you get, like, all that undersketch and stuff. Because, Because, like, these overlaps right there, you know? You'll also find that your pupil is often, like, half obscured by lid. You know, or something like that. Where, like, it becomes a much more solid idea in your brain. And to a point, it becomes faster. And you have to think about things in, like, this critical, physical way, as opposed to just copying down what you see, which is where you get the idea of drawing out of your head. It's real weird. You know, like, if you want to draw a mug, right? Why ain't you working? Tablet. Why you be the way you would be right now? Because you were stuck in erase mode. That's real weird. Let's see. I mean, I could provide sprites, Gravy. I would be happy to. They wouldn't be good, but I would provide them. Yeah. I mean, you're worrying way too much about the details when it comes to making a mod. Like, go ahead and copy ID Software's monsters and, like, all that stuff. The quote that often gets passed around for this is, you know, good artists borrow, great artists steal. Right? Like, take that thing that exists and make it your own thing. Because eventually, you will gain the ability to just make the thing no matter what. And that's when you really start innovating. Like, I'm not there yet. I mean, both of us, you and I, are big fans of a thing that is effectively stolen. Arcade Pit. Those guys put in a ton of work to make that happen. And it's seriously just Nick Arcade, you know? Like, I'm sure it may offend them to hear me say that, because I don't actually know the tremendous amount of work that goes into it, and I'm not speaking from a position of authority, but, like, so much of that is cribbed, you know? Like, the map, the games challenges, I mean, that was basically all of Nick Arcade. I mean, the game show format, the points, you know. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you would acknowledge that it's good is indicative of being a fan. What other things? Boku no Hero Academia is effectively just Superman and Dragon Ball Z that have been looped together. Let's see. What else do we got in here? And yeah, you can make arguments that no, these things aren't, like, oh, they're way more fine grained to it, but, like, those details and, like, the tiny little mitigating things are exactly the stuff that will just happen on their own when you think about an idea enough, or, like, deep enough or far enough, is sort of the idea. Yeah. Dumb horse. I have a cat on my lap, and it is very happy to be here. Yeah, exactly. Ice King needs muscle. Give me a second. Oh man, that's a trick that I've never talked about before. So the guy who does the comic, the punchline is Machismo, has, I think his name is like Colasquid or Colacanth, something like that. He has a series of art tutorials on how to draw beef. You are shedding everywhere. It is actually difficult to be near you right now. I need to get a brush and brush you out again. One of my favorites is this lightning bolt for legs that he does. Or she does. I don't know. I don't know this person. Not really. I just know their work and that they're very good. That took me a minute to figure out what I did. But yeah. Do one of those, right? Hang on. Like, you just connect the bits. You basically got functional feet. Or not feet, but like legs. Another one that's fun for figuring out foreshortening, right? Like if you want somebody reaching towards whatever, but you can't like figure out what the arm shape needs to be for it, right? You can just coil down. Draw around the outsides of the things. And it just gives you instant perspective. Like, there's little tricks that you can learn, but like those aren't the important part. The important part is that you're understanding that you aren't drawing like a cone going back. You know, you're not drawing a triangle. You're drawing a cylinder, but one end is very far away. And that could turn it into a cone-like shape. You know, this is just art stuff. Art stuff is fun. I like doing it. I'm gonna close out now. I've been live for a couple hours, but if anybody else is watching this VOD and you want to draw with me at the same time, I am setting up a show. It's called Wobbly Python's Drawing Circus, and basically you get to come on with me. We get to talk about art. We get to talk about whatever. But the whole time, we're going to be working on prompts that have been submitted by my Discord, and they're very lovely people for having done so, where we escalate the idea as hard as we can. We'll use the program Drawpile. It's free. I mean, all people are welcome. You don't have to draw with me. If you have a friend and the two of you want to draw together, I can give you the space, I can give you the time, I can give you the prompts, we can put you through the ringer, and then we can let the world decide which one's funnier. More fun, you know, or just do it for the good time. But yeah, join the Discord, come say hello to me, shoot me a private message, let me know that you're interested in doing that. We'll try to find some availability. I'm available all the time right now. I'm doing commissions and freelancing and generally being an unemployed artist. So yeah, come on down, join the fun. It'll be a good time. Until then though, bye. Oh, Kittles, why you being so lovey-dovey today? Wow.